Derek Carr has opted out of going to the Saints. This is breaking news from Tom Pelissero. The Saints and Raiders had the framework of a trade in place for Derek Carr, but his contract, which would fully guarantee him $40.4 million as of 4 p.m. Eastern Tuesday, was an issue. Carr's no-trade clause gave him power to veto any deal and effectively force his release. So they wanted him to take much less money, we assume. We thought there was a chance maybe they'll do cash over cap, which is what the Saints have exhibited over the last 10 years, I think, to keep people on their roster. But then there was other reports that they were going to ask Derek Carr to take a pretty significant pay cut from that $40 million. Derek Carr says, why would I ever do that? Why would I not just want to become a free agent and hear what other people want as opposed to just the Saints? It appears that's going to be the case. $5 million dead cap hit is what's coming to the Raiders whenever they cut him before 4 o'clock tomorrow. And then Derek Carr is the belle of the ball as a quarterback free agent. And allegedly, the Jets have already peeked into the Green Bay Packers to see if they can get Aaron Rodgers. We'll assume they'll call Derek Carr as well because they've said they would like a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, and there are 5 teams right now that would probably take Derek Carr and think that they could go on a run. I mean, even in that division, I wouldn't rule out the Panthers and then also the Bucks. If the Bucks, obviously, they don't have a great draft pick. Who knows if they're going to go with the quarterback after the Kyle Trask decision? But
you know what scares me? When we start talking about these quarterbacks? If we're bringing in Spikeman, who had a hell of a year,
Sure.
he did. Great year calling plays.
I don't think he's signed Aaron Rodgers.
No, I don't think so either.
Definitely not.
He's C.J. Stroud though there.
Sure.
That makes a difference.
With old Spikeman in the way he has had success with Jalen. I think Spikeman was calling plays last night.
I believe he was.
There was a lot of moments where old Shane Steichen was on the headset talking a lot. So unless he was just kayfabing that and just fake talking, I think Shane was potentially calling plays. As a Colts fan, massive fan of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Colts are going to be in the veteran quarterback market if he is the guy, strictly with how that offense has succeeded, with a player that is not going to be available in free agency, only going to be available through the draft.
I was just thinking the good news is Matt Ryan fits that offense perfectly. Like, he can do everything Jalen Hurts does.
What's his deal?
What?
Yeah, he did great on CBS.
He did.
Great. Yeah, he did, but he's got so much game left. I mean, I don't know why you'd walk away now.
Chris Ballard was able to move another contract with another quarterback. Okay, I got faith in Houston, Texas man who's building a new house to potentially be on the move. But look for Derek. I'm excited to see where Derek Carr ends up at. Very excited to see where Derek Carr ends up at.
I was going to say, because it seems like right now, I mean, really the only thing people are talking about is the Raiders, the Jets, and the Niners. But it seems like the Niners are kind of okay with either a mixture of Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. The Jets are obviously still open, but what about the Titans and even Carr's brother played in Houston? Is there in any world could he maybe go down to Houston and then they draft a quarterback and they sit behind Derek Carr for a little bit? I feel like there are more options than kind of we've been talking about because it gets whittled down to the same 3 teams every time.
Derek Carr, he's going to be a free agent. Is he going to the Jets, you think? Is that they're also going to look into Derek Carr? What do you think happens with him, Ian Rapoport?
Well, with the Jets, so obviously there's interest in Aaron Rodgers. I think with Derek Carr said to be a free agent, had he been traded, which he's not going to be now, he would have been the first domino. Now, I think there are some teams, and I know the Saints are still interested. I know he's still interested in them. Now, when he's a free agent, he could potentially just negotiate his own new contract with the Saints, not have to worry about his old contract.
Hold on, doesn't he want $40 million? He's not going to get $40 million on the open market, is he?
I don't think so, but it wasn't $40 million. It was $40 million guaranteed, spread out over 2 years. So it was $33 this year. Now, might he get a little less than that? I think that's possible, but free agency sometimes dictates different things than what we expect. So we'll see what the market is. But I think with the Jets, and a lot of teams, Aaron Rodgers is first, right? I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers. So regardless of whether or not he's going to go in the darkness Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, he's still the best quarterback out there. And I think many teams, including the Jets, have him at the top, as he should be. And when he decides, they will go to what is essentially the next. That's one thing you get when you're, multi-year MVP and one of the best quarterbacks who's played.
So you think Derek Carr is just going to have to wait that one out then, right? Wait the darkness out?
No, because he could sign with a team that is not into Rodgers based on all the different factors, right? Rodgers is clearly the best quarterback, but you don't know how many years he would be committing to. It would be more expensive, right? $60 million in 1 year cash. Now, cap is spread out a little bit, so you can deal with the cap hit, but it's a lot of money for 1 year, and you don't know how much you're getting. Whereas if you're getting Derek Carr or you're signing Jimmy Garoppolo, then it's probably 3 or 4 years.
He said he restructured his contract. Go ahead, AJ.
Ian, what do you think
he's going to restructure his contract. I would highly doubt take a pay cut, but restructure for cap, probably whether he stays or goes. I think with the Packers or with a new team, he would now, you could talk to your sources about that Tuesday. Those sources would probably know better, but that is what I was told.
The sources told us, Sis has told us, definitely will not understand for cap reasons. There's ways to restructure contract. He already said that.